Hey, hey,
Hey, we're back.
we're back part two. We're jumping straight into this, continuing with our video.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
2026. This is funny. Wait, I can't hear anything yet, Dan. Is it muted?
See, they
Oh,
wouldn't usually put up the actual Japanese right name. They'll leave that for the Japanese version. The English version in English will just have English.
hmm. Sorry,
It's
but
weird.
is the video sound working for you? Is
Yeah,
it?
I can hear. It's just a little quiet.
No, not for me. It's like I can't hear everything. Oh my goodness. Can you go back to? Oh no, it's all muted. I wonder why. That's weird, isn't it? Are you sharing sound?
I am sure. I just double check. No, I'm not. That's probably why.
Oh,
That's
all
probably
right.
right. There we are.
We're back in business. All right, let's do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technical difficulties.
Yeah. So what do they do?
Uh,
Do they deep fake their voices?
Yeah, I think they just kind of just took the visuals and then they
Hello
put
everyone,
their
I'm
own
Shinya
audio.
Takahashi, and I'll be one of
Oh,
your
I see.
guides
Right.
for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm Yoshiaki Kozumi, and I'll also be joining today.
Nintendo needs to sue.
Super Mario
How dare
Island is
you
a
use my
brand new
likeness?
3D Super Mario game. It's a brand new open world game with countless islands to
Open
explore
world.
and
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
I hope you can't wait to try Super
Wow.
Mario Islands.
Oh,
Uh,
that looks like PowerPoint.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And the even here, yeah. This is quite that's whack. But even the tree, the autumn tree thing, look like it's straight out of GPT.
oh
But
yeah,
I get,
absolutely.
yeah, I get the what they're going for.
Yeah,
It's but yeah, it's going to be nice to watch in contrast to the actual direct that we see soon.
I think so.
The wait isn't
Yeah,
that
this
long.
yeah.
In fact, during the course of this year, there will be test events to try out this game all over the world.
That's a nice little selling point. Oh yeah, this game's
Mhm.
coming out. We'll be coming to you, and you can give it a try.
Yeah, I think that'll be a nice touch.
Okay, let's see our first batch of headlines. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gets a new fighter pass.
Okay, now I know it's deep fake. Now I know it's a fake. Smash, bless its heart, is done and dusted. All right, it's over.
Mm, that's it. Oh my word. This
But
is
yeah,
happened.
people are still salty they didn't get their character in it, so I get it.
Yeah, where's Waluigi?
Oh,
Hello everyone,
Oh,
I'm the director of
you.
the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Masahiro Sakurai.
Sakurai burned himself
Mm,
out. Absolutely burned himself out. In every game he worked on, he was on an IV for the last two because he worked
wow.
constantly for so long. And but afterwards, he did open up his own YouTube channel for a brief period. I think it's finished now, where he talks about game design ethos, like how he designs the games, what are the thought processes that go into developing game. And I think they've stolen this visual directly from that. Like this is the couch he's on when he does his talks on his channel. So they've just taken the video from the channel and slapped it here. Cute.
That's Uso.
Yeah.
I'm here
So
to
that's
announce the
right.
new title coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
2020年5月の2日です。これは新型コロナウイルスの影響でですね、世界的に、外出禁止が叫ばれています。日
Number of
本で
challenger
も、
packs.
全国的
And
に
here we
緊
are.
急事態宣言が出
So,
てい
take a
まし
look
て
at the
ね、
first fighter coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
You just know it's going to be these fake introduction videos.
Come on, Waluigi. Uso.
Is he in? It's hyper realistic. Why have hyper realistic Mario?
They can't help it. We want
Yeah.
to say how legit we are. Wow, they look very wow. Sharp. Stop motion. Got me.
You see where it's going.
Fantastic. Humble plumbers. Bush, bushbuckles.
And he goes from a generic Wario to the Wario from Brawl on the Wii.
All right, yes.
That's the design he has for. That was the design he had for the reveal trailer when they revealed him
Right.
in that game, and his bike and his butt blast. That's a nice touch. It's a nice
Yeah.
touch. You know,
This is
oh Luigi.
they're taking the mickey, man. Come on, give
Mhm.
us a break. This game is such a legend. It's amazing. Because this is Mario Kart was a huge enough spin-off, but this game.
And that's the artwork they were released for of Smash Ultimate. Everyone is here.
Oh, that's sad.
Ah,
That is sad,
yeah,
man. After
Daisy.
that, he doesn't give a F. And people.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh no, what's he gonna do? He's going on with Wario. Oh no. Oh wow, that's violent, man. He clapped him. Yeah, I'm sure it's like Goku was saying, you're gonna get kicked
Cute.
out. He fights himself.
It's clearly fake, but it's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's funny.
And it feels like a very, clever way to play off the character. Like, oh, you've been waiting. We know he's been waiting.
You know what would be funny if something like that happens? He probably won't, but come on, Waluigi's exclusion is just too harsh. It's pretty bored. That's pretty dope.
It's a pretty good video, I'll say. It's clever. It's done well. Obviously, it's a true labor of love.
Mm.
So, yeah, but that's clearly someone else's. They've taken that video. I don't think he made that. He took that from someone else and slapped it in to highlight. Oh yeah, they're bringing the Waluigi back. But there is an exceptional video by Stephanie Sterling, the Jimquisition channel, that talks about Waluigi's character and how he's only appeared in very, very few games as an ancillary background character or a secondary villain. I think there's only one game where he's actually playable, where you actually have tangible experience with him, and that is Mario Tennis. This is why you always see him with a tennis racket. But he's the perennial loser. He's the perennial kind of self-victim. He's like, oh yeah, it's not my fault. You're the ones. I'm not in the wrong. You're in the wrong. And that's so in keeping with his character. He's so defensive because he's so internalized this oppression. So the fact that he's not in Ultimate, that he isn't a playable character, is perfectly in keeping with his character. If he won a chance to be in Smash, he couldn't accept it. I don't think he'd be able to accept it. So that's very clever. But yeah, you should check out Jimquisition's video on Waluigi. If you're interested in the character, it's a fantastic character development, and he looks at the history of the character. It's very clever.
That's very clever indeed. Thanks, mate.
Popular demand, Waluigi managed to enter the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster by inviting himself. Well, now take a
So yeah, this footage is used from something else. Like the thing in the corner, it's clearly he's talking about tech, but they're just dubbing over him.
That's fantastic.
look at the second trailer.
He will say, not by the needle, not by the pinpricks of the IV drips that I've been living on while I let him in.
Oh, this feels like late 2000s, mid 2010s TG work.
Oh, right, yes.
The character models look good, they react well, but where is this desolate landscape? Where are they? It's just like, oh, I'm on grass. So all this is happening in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I loved about the storyline of Brawl, that they tried to give you quite the story.
Well, yeah, the Subspace Emissary was excellent. It was a decent story. It encompassed all the different characters, and it really lent into the abilities of like the premise of why they're fighting. They are models being played with.
Yes. I mean, because the original story is always out
Yeah,
of the toy chest,
you're
right?
the kid, and in the very first game on the N64. You see him in his like room, reach in and pull out the toy, and then that's the thing. And then Brawl on the GameCube, you saw their figurines that are brought to life.
Yeah, this is effectively Toy Story. Oh my God!
No, the Kirby gang are being beaten down by evil
Kirby,
versions of famous characters, and
which is hilarious. Think about it. I mean, Kirby could destroy them all, right?
pretty much.
I mean, yeah. This is what I find funny about Sonic versus Mario at the Olympics. I'm like, there's no way in the hell Mario's beating Sonic in a race. Well,
that's nice. That's a nice art. That's nice visuals there.
Holy smokes!
Yep. Bandana Waddle Dee, another Kirby character.
Jeez.
Oh, they highlighted it. What didn't kill him is pinned him down. They can't kill Mario.
That's clever.
Yeah, that's well done, actually.
That is smart. This is a great labor of love. I wonder how many people took to make this. I mean, I know you hear about these geniuses online who say they can do it themselves, but
sure, imagine it. Yeah, it's just a matter of, if you're doing it alone, it's a matter of time and energy. Putting in the energy.
I mean, the problem with that, like me, you know how slow my computer is. I just had me one of these fantastic gaming PCs that really could get the thing to not crash.
Happy that bandana.
So so we've watched two of these these faux character trailers for the game that's finished.
Waddle Dee is now in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now check out the next fighter joining the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster.
Into another one. So let's just burn through all these characters and see who are they talking about, and then we'll talk about the sheer copium that people are drinking to deal with the fact that their characters aren't on the game.
Oh no.
That's nice. I like that. I like the fact that it's creating waves that's blowing the trees. That's little touches like that really matter.
Yeah, that's a great piece of work right here.
Who's this?
Wow, very revealing.
Oh no.
It looks like real reactions, people.
When she was introduced in Brawl, when she was playable in Brawl, her defensive move is she pulls out a toad and. I salute you, sir. Well done.
You know what? That should happen in the next Mario movie.
Seriously.
You know that toad that is like always following Mr. Peter? I think is it Key? He was always following. Because the second movie, that character is very sus. How he's just connecting the princess all the time. Maybe you should just do that. Funny as wait a second. Is it going to be Toad is not in Smash, is he? Is that right, Gamer?
What?
Toad's not in Smash, is he?
No. Toad as a standalone is not in Smash. He's an extension.
Can you believe that? How did that escape me?
The Pikmin aren't in it because the Pikmin are an ability of Olimar. Olimar's in it, and he can use Pikmin. Peach is in it, and he can use Toad. But Toad as a standalone character, no. Which is kind of like the joke, you know, he breaks free, he's able to do this. And an alternate skin would be, the Explorer Toad.
Yeah. This is fantastic. That was the funniest thing I
could say. Well done. All it needed was the modern meme of end of Deadpool and Wolverine. You had a chorus version of Like a Prayer, and that's become the battle hymn of Final Fight, The Last Stand. Listening to
Oh my
some
God.
Madonna, if they had, I could have, swear, if someone puts that online, I would wake up. Yeah, I would say I can see the love that people have put into these trailers to try and show off what their character can do.
This is a good effort of a fan project. I've seen some fan projects of other other games and so on, and I think the thing this has is a good touch of humor.
Well,
I
that's
don't like.
absolutely in keeping. A lot of their little reveal trailers always got a little bit of an edge to them. They've got a bit of twist. And, there are scary ones like the Belmonts and Ridley. That was quite menacing. But then you've got the Banjo and Kazooie. When their reveal came out, it was just a massive joke, and I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well done.
That's
I
funny.
say,
The
Funny
iconic
as
mushroom
hell.
like
from the
that.
Super Mario Saga is now in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Well, check out the latest
So
fighter.
after
Or
we've
should I
watched this,
say
I'm
the
going to go
latest
back and I'm going
fighters?
to try and translate all these little things at the bottom.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What is
That's
it?
fine.
What's this one?
It's like that quiz you gave me and many other teachers. The name. Oh my gosh.
Fox. Why
Fox, yeah.
haven't we given a new Star Fox game? Ooh.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming. I'm sure. Star Fox game. Yeah.
Yo, check it. It's got
Oh,
King K.
blimey.
Rool, Pimpin or Ren, and
I,
the Bear and the Bird, man. This is clearly made towards the very tail end of the Mario or Smash Ultimate, because these
mm,
are extra characters you can buy.
mm.
There's Master Hand or Crazy Hand, one of the great big villains.
Arms.
That's nice. Good work. Oh, Bowser taking a hit. Samus avoiding damage. Yeah, it's a natural ability in the game.
Then I think they should bring back another Banjo Kazooie game. You know what would be great? That would be a big surprise. Is if secretly, I know Rare would hate this, maybe out of spite, but if they brought Rare back to Nintendo for the Switch too.
Doesn't even have to be Rare, just the IPs. Nintendo signed off on the sale for Rare to Microsoft, but then Microsoft didn't do anything with them. They bought the company and tried to, instead of giving them freedom, they kind of micromanaged them to death.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a,
annoying. In fact,
it's
maybe it's
it's
like,
it's kind of it's kind of a well-known secret that a number of members who are people who worked in Rare got together and made a new company that did the ukulele game, which was basically just like a '90s collectathon game. Wasn't great because it was very much like a '90s. It didn't have the modern quality of life improvements, but it was very nostalgic for people who like that thing. And I bit it, I played it, loved it. But their big enemy was a giant corporation that was taking over and micromanaging everything. And I felt like that was sold. It's like, yo, they're the villains of the story. Just a slight middle finger to their old bosses. Methinks, perhaps, maybe, perhaps.
yeah.
I think
Yeah, when
like
you've been
that.
scorned by these people, I guess you kind of people that tend to hold these grudges, take these grudges to heart, including the fans. So, hey,
Yeah,
I mean, Argonaut and Rare, boy, great English developers that made Guru Larry say, if you're a British game developer, keep the hell away from Nintendo. But
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, but they have some stellar classics that if you brought like
Oh,
Banjo Kazooie, if you brought
there
bloody
was
Banjo Kazooie back,
there was just like the man. Every time, every genre they touched, they spun gold in
yeah,
that time period. Now it's an entirely different company. Who knows? Who knows what
mm,
they're capable of? It's
yeah,
just an old name that people think back on fondly. All right.
yeah,
Continuing.
yeah.
So
Maybe
who
it's
is
somebody new.
this? Like that. The 3D
That's
spin.
fantastic.
The models are good.
Wow. And Banjo's funny.
Yeah.
This is well
Who who
done
is the
because there's no way.
who's the
Ugh. Ah,
Oh, score! People have been talking about this character for ages. Oh, nice.
I can't see from here. I mean, no, not. I can't see. Maybe it didn't show up yet. What?
It's
How is
Golden
that possible?
Sun. Golden Sun is a series of RPG type games where the main character has telekinetic abilities. He's able to summon hands to move things and to act upon the
Oh,
world. So,
oh, wow.
yeah, the Rising Island.
Magnificent.
Good games, solid games. You know,
Magnificent for sure.
they're well made, well crafted, engaging. They aren't too long, but unless you want to do the post game stuff, which are really grindy but satisfying. And here he comes.
Oh, fine
Isaac.
enough. For all of us.
Isaac lends a hand. But yeah, he's able to summon like hands.
I see. This is smart. This is a very well done. You know this channel's like again Dorothy Death Battle
Hmm.
and these lot now. I mean, who really do a good job um bringing it's like or bringing people's fantasies to light through the illustrations. Um, I think this really speaks to it's like a big in joke, but yeah, maybe it is something. It speaks to something that there's a groundswell for, but a lot of people just say, "Ah, whatever, Nintendo will do it, whatever Nintendo will do." But when you illustrate it this way, I just wonder, do you think there's a chance that Nintendo will ever? I mean, they when they come up with some new ideas, even with the Switch itself, it did ring a bit of like when Sonic listened to the audience not liking the original Sonic design. Do you think Nintendo would give an ear to fan-made videos like these and say, you know what, people want the Waluigi?
I cannot confirm, but I do think that one of the reasons why Waluigi was never included as a character is because of the fan outcry. The bullying, the
The
harassment, it
bullying,
became so vehement, so pervasive that it was
obnoxious
almost
to
a meme in and of itself. Like you don't want to be like a Waluigi fan. Like they
yeah.
fought hard and long and hard to get Waluigi in the game, but in doing so, they basically poisoned the well. They
Yeah.
made any attempt to get him in the game like negligible because you're associating with just like a really toxic crowd, which is a damn
Mm.
shame because too many groups have been besmirched in the public eye because of poor behavior by some members. But yeah, Waluigi
Mm.
fans have been trying for years. They've been harassing Sakurai, not the company, sending threats. And it was just like,
Yeah.
I can absolutely understand him going, you,
Yeah.
he's never
Um,
going in the game now, just rejecting it.
but
And
that's
which
what I said.
sucks
I
because
like
he
that.
could have been in. He's in as
Yeah.
like a play. He's not a playable character. He's in a trophy. He's a thing you can use, an item.
Mm.
You can use him, like you use an item. He appears and he runs along the stage. But as a playable character, nah, that
I
bridge
got
is
it.
gone. They burnt that bridge. Whether that's true or
You've ruined it
false, or whether
now.
it's just not feasible to put him in the game, I don't know. But I think the fact that they went out in their way and they got so many other characters from other genres. They got Bayonetta. They got Kazuma, man, from Tekken.
Yeah.
I, at that point, you're
And
like,
but
come on,
yeah,
man.
anything but the legit. It's like, what
Yeah,
is it?
anyone and everything, but
It's like what I was gonna say. Waluigi, it was actually it's gonna be a present, but you've gonna ruined it now. You're just like your father. It's like,
yeah, it could have been like one of the last guys. Like he was holding off to the end, like second to last. It would have gone like, yeah, we've heard it. We agree,
Hmm,
but over the years, it just
you've
it's just
ruined it.
soured
You've
it on him.
ruined
Like
it.
it's permanently stricken off the board. And yeah, I
That's
think that's
funny.
an example of when developers listening to fans, because they always are, there's always going to be elements of a company that are listening to the fan bases to try and
Mm,
see where things go, looking for bugs, looking for errors, but also for how people feel about things, what
mm,
direction they want to take it in. And yeah, but having in that instance, the fan outcry backfired. But yeah,
mm.
I absolutely think that a lot of games are shaped by the fans. because over time they changed, they're upgraded and polished, and little tweaks are made. We can do that now. Before it was, when you released a game, that was it, one and done. If it wasn't finished when they
Yeah.
printed, it's not finished. But now, we can make updates and whatnot.
Yeah.
You ever tried downloading all the updates for Ultimate these days? You buy the game, plug it in. It's like an hour. It's like an hour-long chunk of download, like a massive amount of information. All these tweaks and changes over time, new characters, new abilities, new additions, all of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, it's a bit like, oh boy, the Pokemon voice actors. And I remember there's a whole thing about this Switch one, and everybody's all upset. Even me, I mean, I was like, man, I'm getting really into this. I better just calm down. But you really get care for it because it's like a story, even like politics or whatever it is, like a storyline. You want to see like a conclusion to the story arc. But the person's like, hey, listen, this is my product. And with the AI thing you're doing with now, people know that no matter what fans make with their fan made fakes and whatnot, if it's not the official version, it's not the real thing, which is why Waluigi people are probably still a bit sad about him not officially being in the game because it's like, yes,
Mm.
I know, I drew a
He's
picture
not
of him being
playable.
in the
He's not.
game.
He's in
Yeah.
the game, but he ain't
Oh yeah, but
playable.
not playable, yeah. So that's it. We have to respect the IP holders in this case. Yeah.
It's it's a prickly topic because it's often used as a defense for behaviors or actions that people don't like. Like
Oh yeah, yeah,
From Software have an ethos. They have been developing a style of game for a long time. Like their earlier games are absolutely rooted in the Souls-like style. You play Eternal Ring or you play any of their earlier games, their PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games, you can
yeah. Mm.
see where they're going. They're cooking. They ain't there yet. The tech isn't there. They haven't got the whole thing down, but they are absolutely cooking.
Mm.
So we let them cook, and boom, we get Demon Souls. Excellent game. Definitely the first true Soulsborne. Didn't really pick up, but the second one, man, gangbusters. Dark Souls, so popular
Exactly.
because
Mm.
they were going for it. They had an idea, they had an ethos, and they're an example of how we should respect the creator's intentions. That they intended to create a game that invoked a certain feeling, a sense of accomplishment, of pride, and to do that, they made the game grindingly difficult, which meant that the only people who could finish did feel accomplished. It wasn't like, oh, one and done. No, you had to work to go this. You had to punish yourself to survive the game, and if you did, oh, the elation, the fact you did it, the fact you uncovered all the secrets and knew the story. That's why Dark Souls players are so goddamn proud. Honestly, they earned it, and that's
Yeah, they,
entirely at the creator's intention. But there's a lot of
mm.
games that have hokey, unpleasant elements. Suda one, I think it's Suda one who did the Deadly Premonition games. The first one was a real cult favorite because it's so hokey and it's a
Mm.
broken game, but it's just in that sweet spot where it's just bad, but it's so bad it's almost funny. So
You're right.
it worked.
Mm.
But then his second game was just awful. Frame rate problems, bugs through the hell, just poor game. And uh, so many really kind of problematic intentions, like really leaning into the LGBT as villain tropes. You're like,
Right.
oh, but people are like, oh, this is what he wanted. This is the way he wanted it. It's the author's intention. And you're like, yeah, but if his intention is to kind of shit on people, is that
Mm.
right? It goes both ways.
No,
If you
right.
want to support author's intention, that means that if they do something you don't like, you have no argument. It is what they wanted. Like people
Mm.
railing against, oh, baby's first game, easy modes
Mm.
in games,
Mm.
Devil May Cry, and a lot of Mario games, a lot of Nintendo games have like an easy mode. If you're suffering, if you're dying, they'll make an easy mode. And people go, "Oh, you can't do this." Didn't back in our day, the early Mario's didn't make an easy mode. You had to work for it, buddy. Author's intention. They wanted an easy mode in the game. You can't get angry that there's an easy mode, baby's first game, if that's what they wanted. You don't
Exactly.
champion a game that doesn't have easy mode because it's the author's intention, and then rail against the game that does because that's also the author's intention. It's a double-edged
This is
sword,
it.
But I
Mm.
do think that if the creator, the auteur, wants to make a certain game with a certain feel, a certain intention, they have every right to. It's art. It's their art. Give me the game that you want to make without publisher interference, without pressures from the outside. Tell me your story. Once I buy that product, I'm going to mod the shit out of it. That's
Exactly.
my product. I will mod it, but that's on me, not the author, not the producer, not the publisher, the developer. Developer, make your game like Hideo Kojima. I love the Metal Gear Solid games. They're crazy, but I love the Metal Gear Solid games. But I would never change them. I would take them and I will, add my own cheats onto it. I will mod the games, but I won't tell you to change the product. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely for sure. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Oh, I was thinking to drop a link between our next break, which I think is going to kick off in a few minutes. I drop because I wanted to also get quick thoughts before we finish today on an accessory that for the Switch 2 that somebody dreamed up. It's another concept. But for that matter, Gamer Dan, I was wondering, should we keep it going through the Smash Bros. Characters, or
We've
do you
got
want
5 more minutes
to
left of the Smash, so we're going to burn through the end of it and get to the end. There's 2 more
and
characters, but
Super?
they have. It
Oh,
looks
okay,
like
that's
they
cool.
have the same one more video. So we're going to keep watching and see what happens.
Oh, we got it.
Or the moon in the background of all of them is the Majora's moon.
Oh my God, they love to shock and awe these people. But the
Yeah,
texture mapping is very
you
good.
will meet a terrible fate. That's cute.
I can see
Right?
that. I really have that jarring image of the mask. Oh dear. I spoke too soon.
Such a great villain. Because
That
the
mask
kid,
is
the
freaky
one
as
wearing the
hell.
mask, is quite a sweet young kid. He's not a bad person, but the
Mm,
mask is a force of malevolent evil. It's hijacked the body. It's like,
yes.
the
What's
toupee
his
is
Jim?
wearing Homer Simpson.
Yes, or the actual mask, Jim Carrey, man.
Yeah, exactly. The original mask, big head.
Mm.
Man, go back and read those comics. They are great, messed up.
Yeah, it's like wow, it's almost not funny. I guess it is though, but
Hmm.
quite crazy.
I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
Oh, nice. Using actual sound files.
This one's different.
What the heck is that?
It's a moon. That's no moon. Oh, that is a moon.
Holy, yes.
Whoa. That's a good visual.
Yikes. Holy moly. Holy guacamole, I
Ah,
say.
Castletown. Town, sorry. Young Link versus. Oh, there's other characters there you can see.
Ah, yes.
Wario, Koopa, Pac-Man.
Uh,
There are lots of other characters all scattered around Clock Town for the final fight in the game, in the original Majora's Mask, because you've got to go and face the moon and Majora.
it's fantastic.
Oh, Luigi. Hey, Mewtwo. Pac-Man.
Rose.
Samus. Link standing up high. I like that.
Yeah.
The brothers facing the end. This is the
It's like
end of
Toy
them.
Story 3 when they're going into the
Yeah, going
that
down to
moment.
the shredder or whatever, the fire.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
moment.
that
Same
was.
thing.
I would say
Mm.
it felt leading up to it. I thought it was a little bit hackneyed, a little bit forced. But the moment itself, when they hold hands, oh God,
Mm.
not a dry eye in the theater, man. Even to this
Yeah.
day, it makes you cry.
Yeah, I mean that movie, oh my God. Anyway, gets me going. Gets
Good,
me going.
good game. I'm sorry, good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Isabel.
Oh,
Oh,
father. Very sweet.
here comes Majora. Clocks in. Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, hold on. What's the character exactly?
So, Ocarina of Time was the seminal classic, the first 3D Zelda game, and they really went to town. It was a fairly linear story, but it was an amazing advancement in 3D technology.
Mm.
But what they did, because they spent so long building the engine, the assets, they wanted to pump out another Zelda game quite quickly using those same assets. So they told the story of how young Link met a tragic fate. And it's a story that's
Mm.
steeped in kind of lore around acceptance and death. And basically he gets pulled into the strange alternate version of Hyrule. And
Mm.
there's a clock town in the center, and then there are four areas that are all populated by the famous Zelda racers, the Gorons, the Zora, the Gerudo, and he's the villain. He is this
Mm.
is a Skull Kid, or Majora, as it's referred to, because this is the Majora's mask. It is a mask of
I
immense
see.
evil, demonic power. It is the true villain. The mask is the villain. The kid is just like a playful prankster who goes around, pulling down, giving wedgies or drawing on the wall. He's a playful little orphan kid.
Mm.
But he steals the mask, puts it on. He's compelled to put it on by some impulse in his brain, and he becomes quite dark and twisted, and he starts really hurting people. And that he's the one who brings down the moon. He's going to destroy the town. The premise of the game is you have 3 days before the moon hits, but you can play a little song and rewind time to the beginning of the 3 days. So what you have to do is make sure you're at certain points in the world, at certain points of the 3 days, and get the timing right to activate a mission to get an ability or an item, then go back and do a different place and do different things, because you can't save the world until you defeat him, but you can't defeat him until you're strong enough. So it's very clever, and he's known to be quite a menacing character because he uses all this dark energy. He twists and hurts people. He's killed before, and yeah, right at the beginning you find a shrub, a person who's been killed, and you're able to take on their appearance. You become a deco scrub.
Oh my
Good game, really
Yeah.
really good game. But
I thank you very
they're
much.
able to
Nobody
pump
told
it
me.
out. Yeah, they're able to pump it out quite quickly thanks to using the same assets. So here we have
Uh-huh.
Skull Kid transforming people using powerful magical abilities. Hmm. Oh, Mega Man,
Ah.
Wario. Oh, right. We're gonna have to pause it here.
Yeah,
We
people.
will watch
We'll
the
be right
rain
back.
on the next video, part
Mm-hmm.
3.
All right. Let's knock it off. 3, 2, 1.
Peace.
Peace.